And we're back with Face Value again for a special presentation this Sunday morning. And again, I'm joined here in the studio with Nancy Morales and Ronali de Silva. We're talking about One Wrap Live with Body Sculpt Wraps, and we were talking about Nancy's experience with non-surgical body sculpting and facelift. And so Nancy, now let's talk about the face.
My face. Okay,
let's talk about the face.
I am a Latina woman. I love the sun. As a kid, always, I felt, hey, I'm brown. I'm not gonna tan or get no moles or skin cancer. That's just not gonna happen to me. But so anyhow, I never used sunscreen, and I started, feeling like my skin was just getting so saggy, especially around the area, my mouth area, and I would, after, knowing Ronali for some time, I said, you know what, I'm going to probably have her do this on my face. It felt a little scary, to tell you the truth, just because I had never had anything done on my face before Ronali touched it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to trust her just because, like I said, I love her, personality and just the energy that she gives out. So I said, you know what, let me do it. And I seen the immediate results again, the tightness. I mean, I never thought that you could get tightness back in your skin without getting like a facelift. From all the things that I had researched online, that was the main thing that I thought was for tightening. However, it doesn't really tighten. A facelift just stretches you, right, and you just look plastic. So this is the way to go for anyone that is having any problems. I'm gonna be 40 soon in 3 years. So, hey, I started young, I know, but, I've had also weight gain and through the years, of having weight gain, I just decided that it was going to be, once I slimmed down, my face never really got back that texture, like from going up and down so much in diets and whatnot. It just felt like it was just, my texture was just not how I wanted it. And so with the ultrasonic lipo procedure that, Ronali did on my face, it just really, really tightened everything back up. I smile so much brighter now, and it's just awesome.
That's fantastic. And I think
I'm not paying her.
I know this is completely honest and true.
Aww.
It is.
And
so
and thank you for sharing your story with us. I love that it's
You're
coming
welcome.
first person.
Yes.
But I think that this is a really important topic that you just touched on too, is that a lot of people don't realize, like, they hear about people having facelifts,
Yes.
they see the results and on their favorite celebrities or what have
Right.
you. But what you don't realize is when you get up close to those people, kind of the horror show that it really does look like. Because you're right, because a facelift is not necessarily lifting anything. It's actually pulling and stretching the skin.
Yes.
And and what it does is it elongates the pores. It makes everyone look like they've suffered really bad acne. Their skin looks super tight, very shiny.
Yes.
Like it really does kind of thin everything out and make it, so you're actually susceptible to more skin damage after having a facelift. And people don't realize this, and that's why, when Ronali is working on someone's face, this is the difference.
Definitely.
It's not about stretching the skin and then removing the excess. This is about just working with the adipose tissue under the surface of the skin to reshape and sculpt what's there.
Below the arnox. So it really helps with elasticity, as Nancy had observed from it. And as a makeup artist, did you not, because you did her makeup,
The texture of her skin is fantastic.
and you did Maria's makeup,
Of course,
which we'll see as well. And it was like night and day, because in fact her face, her own daughter, I don't think recognized her when I showed her that little marketing piece we did the other day. Mommy, that's oh my goodness. So Maria, I know you're out there, you can vouch for that. So with the face, what I like about this technique is it gives you a beautiful palette to work with, doesn't
Right,
it?
absolutely.
And it stimulates the blood flow better than a facelift, because of the fact you can just see it tightening and lifting. And of course, you'll see it
And
live.
I went out immediately the next, right after the procedure, got my makeup done, and I went out with me and my daughter went all Vera Street, and we had a fun time. And I had never been able to do that with any other procedure. You cannot go out in public. That's unheard of. You got to stay in because, you got a downtime and you're all messed up, But, and that was the best, the most. And not only that, it's just, like I said, there's no scary feeling. You get the complete tightness without the scars, the downtime, the pain. And I mean, in comparison to a lot of plastic surgery, which I know I've spent almost, I want to say, a little over $15,000 on things that I regret, but had I known about this sooner, I would definitely, I mean, just do this to my whole body, to my whole entire body.
So that's another thing. When she said her whole body, Robert, we're going to, with Dylan Keith, our ambition is to have one salon out of our whole network of locations. And we have like 8 locations, but Dylan Keith, we're going to feature as being the one-stop shop.
The one-stop shop.
The one-stop shop from your head down to your toes.
Amen.
So for those of you who are following Face Value on Facebook, which is facebook.com/what's, that's what with an S, you are Face Value, what's your face value? You know that I've started working at a salon and back doing aesthetics in a salon space. Woo! And yay! And we're bringing Body Sculpt Wraps and the One Wrap Live experience to Dylan Keith. So we're going to be able to be doing have technicians come in to do the ultrasonic lipo. But it's also a place where you can get a facial, get your makeup done, get your hair done. Like
get your teeth whitened,
get
your eyelashes, get your brows done.
Everything that you need to have done,
get
you can have done at Dylan Keith Salon. And so for those of you again who've been following me, you know that I love the salon space so much, and I'm really happy to have this service coming in. And if you don't know where Dylan Keith Salon is located, it's at 3508 West Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank. And the telephone number there is 818-433-7819, so you can call to make your appointments. And if you're interested in getting the Body Sculpt Wrap, doing the whole procedure, you can actually make your appointment for that starting Friday, June 27th. That's the first day that we'll be doing this treatments in the salon. You can call 1-800-489-WRAP.
9727.
Yes,
Yeah.
which spells wrap. I was like, wait, you're confusing me. I know I have this right.
Sorry, darling.
All right. So as we mentioned earlier, Ronali and I spent a day with Ronali, and she was doing, it actually turned into 2 days, watching these treatments being done and seeing this service in action. I wanted to know for myself what it was like, how it works. And so we have cut together a whole video reel of the One Wrap Live experience. All right, so it's about 40 minutes. I'm going to ask you to bear with us and watch through this, and we'll be back right after it's over to talk a little value here on UBN Radio. This is Robert Hensely, your host, and again, I am joined in studio by Ronali de Silva and Nancy Morales, and we're talking One Wrap Live with Body Sculpt Wraps, and we're talking about ultrasonic lipo, non-surgical facelifting, and body sculpting. And so we just showed you a 40, I guess I thought it was 40, it was 48 minutes, a 48-minute video, just kind of taking you behind the scenes so that you could see how this procedure works, and a glimpse of Ronali at work doing services, and also showing you images taken from those services that's the same day. So again, you can really see that you can see the difference in one treatment. But while you guys are watching the video, of course, we continue to chat and tell funny stories and basically make fools of ourselves here in the studio. And but what we were talking about is that going in for plastic surgery, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why people seek out a surgeon to help them change their body image. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be kind of body dysmorphic, whatever. Sometimes it's just you're coming from a place of depression, and it seems that by changing something on the outside, it changes something on the inside. And in some cases that can happen, because we do talk about when you're doing facials, and even when you're, Ronali's working, doing ultrasonic lipo, that when you change the way that someone appears on the outside, it does change the way that we act and the way that we kind of react to the world. But there can be deeper reasons, and what we hope that people will do is really research and find out more about the procedures that are available before they decide to go under the knife and put themselves at risk and put themselves in debt, because there really are alternatives out there that are a lot less expensive and that can really, really help without screwing with your life basically. So, and Nancy, you again, you said you spent what, over $15,000.
A little over 15,000. I'm not proud of it. It happened over, a 10-year period. I never planned to spend that much money. One surgery led to another, but let me backtrack a little bit and let you know about the first surgery. Why I chose to have it. I was always really scared of going under the knife. I never wanted to, be that person that felt that they had to get something done in order to feel better about themselves, and so. It's a little personal for me, so I'm going to tell you exactly how it was. I was depressed, I had a lot of personal, and family issues going on, and I thought that that would really kind of push me into this situation that would change my inside, and it did, but it changed it for the worse, because see, what they never tell you in the plastic surgery office is that after, when you're healing, when you're feeling like, you got hit by a 18-wheeler.
Because plastic surgery is painful, but no one ever really talks about the pain.
God, it was immense pain, constant pain. I even had a morphine drip, attached to me for 2 weeks, and I had to just constantly.
A morphine drip.
Yes, it's put in the scar at the site, incision site, and that's for, because I still had to work. I couldn't take time off. There is no such thing as downtime. And I basically would push this little button that would put in a certain amount of morphine into that incision site, which every time I coughed, every time I sneezed, it felt like it was just going to tear open, and there was nothing pretty much holding it together other than just like.
And this was for a tummy tuck.
This
correct?
was for a tummy tuck, yes. And I also had liposuction at the same time, because I was told by the doctor that it wouldn't look right if I didn't have the lipo.
The upsell.
Yes, and consequently, after I'm here trying to recover, I went into a deeper depression, because I felt, what did I do to myself? And did I really have to go through all these things in order to feel better about myself? I mean, is this what I had to do? Did I have another choice? And at the time, if it wasn't for my previous depression, I don't think I would have went through it. I mean, at all. I think I would have definitely thought a little bit more deeper, just on what other side effects it would have, in addition to all the things that I've already talked about.
Right. Well, we were talking again off the air that sometimes when you're in that depression and funk, and I shared with you, I've had my share of visits to the plastic surgeon. Sometimes even when they're telling you all of the side effects and all of the dangers of going under for something, if you're in a particular mindset, you don't really care about the risks,
you're
because
determined.
You're willing to take those risks in order to feel better about yourself, or to try to change yourself into something else.
Yes, and at the time you're signing all these waivers, I had to sign a good probably 20 pages of, if this happens, if that happens, things from scarring to, internal damage, because with liposuction, I don't think a lot of women are aware that you are, tearing away at a vascular system that your body had in place. You have lymph nodes there, you have veins, you have, thank God they don't hit an artery, but the thing is that you're constantly, signing these waivers, and as you're signing them, you keep thinking, okay, well, this is normal, but it's not normal. And it should definitely, make you think, it's not only about feeling, or should I say, thinking you're going to look better, but it's about, doing both. Why do you want to exchange one thing for another? Now you don't have the big tummy, but now you have a scar from hip to hip. So you just traded one problem for another problem. And with, the ultrasonic liposuction, it is not the traditional liposuction, you know what I mean? It's ultrasonic liposuction, Body Sculpt Wraps, and it combos the nutrition in there with everything. And I feel that when I found this procedure, I said, I have to tell everyone. I have to tell every single woman I know out there thinking about plastic surgery, please try this, and if
and
you're
man.
still,
I mean, you've got
and
your
men
husband
as
coming
well.
now.
Yes,
And men. I was gonna say we talk, well, and it's funny too that when we talk about plastic surgery and body sculpting, women come to mind, but it's but a lot of your clients, Ronali, are men. you kind of
Now they are,
you kinda
especially after the egg experiment.
You kind of see everyone, which is
Yeah.
great, because it's not just women who want to change
No,
their
definitely.
figures and start losing weight, and again, we talked about this being a jumping off place.
Yes.
For a lot of people, it's a way of starting that lifestyle
Lifestyle
shift.
change.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we are coming close to the end here, and I wanna swing this back up.
Yes.
And, we wanted to make sure that you understood that this is something that will help you if you're depressed, if you're thinking about changing. We just want you to make the best decisions possible.
Safe.
That's what our goal is. But if this is something that you think that might work for you and for your lifestyle, or if you're ready to change your lifestyle, we want you to call Ronali. Right? The number again is 1-800-489-WRAP, or
9727.
thank you, and make your appointment to see Ronali at my salon. I want you to come to my salon. Come see me. I want to see who's. I'm nosy, all right. I want to see who's getting this done.
And he's a whiz with the makeup.
Thank you. But we have, but yeah, come to Jill and Keith's salon. We'll start doing appointments there on Friday, June 27th.
Ladies' night.
Which is also Magnolia Park's Ladies' Night. So we're going to be doing appointments all day during the day, and then at night, come and join Ronali and some of our technicians. We're going to be there celebrating. We'll have some postcards to hand out.
And if you have any questions.
Right. It's a great way to get more
Great way.
Yeah, get more information, and hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you.
We were going to show
Oh.
Nancy looking like a little princess, her whole full body shot.
Yes, hold on, here we go. So Nancy, I need you to take a step just one over to your right. There we go. Okay, look, just take a little spin around.
Oh yeah, we'll take your headphones off. You want?
But yeah, so Nancy's wearing this fantastic dress. Her body is spectacular. Her back is completely smooth. She's, and I'm going to post a close-up picture on my Facebook as well. So facevalue.com/what's, that's what with an S, you are face value. What's your face value? Go there. I want you to take a look at how beautiful Nancy's face looks. You can see her here on the camera now, but I've got a close-up of her makeup and the skin. Again, it's not a regular facelift, so this hasn't stretched the skin. Her pores don't look like they're small apartments in New York City. They're like she's flawless skin. So these are the typical results.
Yes.
Right. So again, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Robert.
It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. I love you.
Yes, to all the fathers out there, and we will be talking to you real soon. Face Value comes back on the air here on UBN Radio in July. We'll have a new time spot, and we'll talk about that and post that up on Facebook as we get closer to the date. But enjoy your time off. Everyone's on summer break, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.